Hi, welcome to Lazy Juggler's workshop. Today we're doing it on the game, Hey That's My Fish. This is a 2 to 4 player game, takes about 15 minutes to play, ideal for people who like abstract strategy games, whilst being very easy to learn for people that just like playing fun games. It's one of the few games that works well with 2, 3 or 4 players. The box is actually quite massive, the pieces inside are actually quite small, making it easy, making it transportable without the box. Or if you prefer, like Lazy Juggler, you can put all your games within one box and transport them so they take up less space. Hey That's My Fish has recommended retail price $9.99, and I'll quickly show you how to play. So me and Monkey get 4 penguins each. And the tiles are placed out in a random order in an 8x8 square. So in this example, me and Monkey are playing. All players take it in turns to place one of their penguins on a single tile fish anywhere on the board. Now the aim is to collect the most fish. This is done by moving your penguins any distance in straight lines only, and the starting tile gets taken out. So for example, Monkey would go, you could choose to go anywhere, so potentially you'll choose to go there, and then that starting tile gets taken out. He couldn't go, so go back to the starting tile, he couldn't go like that and do that, it needs to always be in a straight line, and he gets to choose where he would like to go. So when a penguin vacates a fish tile, like I've just shown you, you move that tile from the game and keep it in front of you. So now all penguins are unable to move. So everyone takes their last tile. The one tile that was unclaimed is out of the game. Total of your scores, and the winner is the person who collected the most fish. So now we're going to look at the tactics of the game a little bit. I've gone back to the setup phase. So when you're placing your penguins, there's a few things you need to be thinking about. You need to be looking for good routes to place with larger number of fishes. So if Monkey was going to go, good routes would be here or here, because they're going towards the large number of fishes, which is at this end of the board. Because you're placing more than one fish, you want to think about where your second one's going to be placed. So potentially Monkey would think this is a good place, and potentially next time I may want to go here. I can see that's a good move, so I would preempt that and go there myself. You also need to be careful that if you place your penguins on the edge of the tiles or close together, that they can very easily be taken out of the game by getting trapped on small islands with no fish. So if Monkey was to place one here, there's potential that he could get surrounded quite quickly, and these aren't getting they're getting obstructed and taken out of the game quite easily. So Monkey's second one potentially would be a little bit further down, maybe around here, to isolate himself over onto this large section. Now we've got to set a stage where it's blues go. So here my best move would potentially be moving that blue fish to 1, because I'd take this tile out, I'd then get this blue fish all trapped onto an island to himself. So I could leave him to the end of the game and concentrate on trying to get more fishes, or isolate myself within the game more there. I potentially also wouldn't do that move straight away. Because red's in no position to get within the board and steal anything, I then would wait for red to make a move before moving that across and trapping that. So I know that island is isolated. I'd leave those two potentially there and concentrate on trying to get this fish to maybe trap this island to work it that way, so force red into a different move. So my move here, I would move potentially to that 3 fish there. Red then doesn't want to be trapped on an island without me, so he either wants to look at trapping one of my fishes or forcing me into a move. So if red moved there, I'd force me to move there, so he's then got an extra to go to think about. Also, this one here is potentially going to trap me, so he may want to stop me by moving onto there, or potentially look at isolating this fish so that I've got one less fish to move with. So even if there may be a 3 fish tile that you can get to, moving to that spot isn't always the best option. You need to look at the whole island and making that the most profitable it can be in the long run. So sometimes forward planning a little bit on where the best move for you, but potentially a worse move for your opponent. So your tactic should be to balance these major priorities. So the first one would be getting 3 fish tiles, not getting trapped on small islands, trapping your opponent on small islands, and capturing large islands for yourself. So Lazy Juggler has a few variations to make this awesome game even better. First, the variation I play is, instead of moving to anywhere, moving the penguin and only stopping when it hits the edge or another penguin. So if, for example, we use this penguin here, the directions would be here, and he would stop on that one, there, and he would stop against that penguin, or the edges this side, or there, or the edge all the way to there. This adds an extra element of strategy to the game. It takes more forward thinking to where you need to be to block islands, and it also makes anticipating your opponent's moves a lot easier. A different setup to the square is a hexagon. This works nicely and makes a change from the square. Since it already has a gap in the middle, when planning to place pieces you don't have direct access to everywhere on the board. Definitely adds a nice little edge to it. That's the end of the workshop. Thank you for viewing.